me ask you something. How many times have you said yes to someone or something when you actually wanted to say no? I have been personally guilty of this so many times because I used to be a people pleaser. And when you are a people pleaser, it's so common to let someone speak over you or tell you something and you just smile and don't say anything. You don't defend yourself because you just want to keep the peace. You don't want to hurt someone's feelings, but in the end, you're just hurting yourself. I used to think that I was being nice, never saying no to anyone or anything, but in the end, all I was doing was hurting myself. Because when you say no to someone or something, it's not selfish. Because all it means is that you have some self respect and you put boundaries out there. And after I realized this, it actually changed my life so tremendously. All areas of my life started to prosper, and I know that it can do the same for you. So that's why in this video I'm going to talk about how setting boundaries and saying no actually changed my life and how it can change your life as well. Hi, my name is Naomi and welcome to my channel. Let's dive into today's video. You may ask why boundaries matter. Growing up, we are taught to believe that by setting boundaries and by saying no, we are actually being selfish and hurtful to people around us. We are taught to just listen and not question anything, speak up, or defend ourselves. Because, for example, in the household I grew up, my boundaries were never respected. My family had no boundaries when it came to my personal space or my privacy, so I never felt like a real human being when I was growing up. Speaking up in the household I grew up always resulted in conflict, in fights, in violence. Whenever I said no to something or I actually said how I felt about a certain thing, I would get punished. So all this caused me to become a people pleaser. And many of us growing up thought setting boundaries was a bad thing, that we were being disrespectful, that we were being mean to others, or that we actually wanted to hurt someone. But I want to assure you that's not the truth. For so many years, I thought that by me being a people pleaser, doing what everyone expected of me and wanted me to do, I was actually keeping peace. But I wasn't realizing by obeying and living up to all these expectations from other people who don't even know me, I was just hurting myself and lacking self-respect. It's okay if you want to avoid conflicts. It's completely understandable that you do not want to hurt anyone. But the reality is you cannot avoid not hurting someone or offending someone. People who want to get offended will get offended, and people who want conflicts will try to get into a conflict or fight one way or another. By suppressing your own emotions and not having boundaries, you will often get yourself in situations that make you unhappy, and that will make you feel like no one sees you as a real human being, which happened to me. Over time, I felt like I wasn't even really existing or living my own life. All these negative emotions will start to build up inside you, and as long as you will suppress them, you won't feel happy, you won't feel satisfied because you have all these unresolved emotions inside you. But once I set clear boundaries, my whole life changed. Suddenly you realize that it's okay to say no to things, and if someone doesn't respect you, then they are not worth being in your life. You deserve someone who will respect your time, your emotions, and your boundaries that you set for yourself. It's not your place to make everyone happy. Even if you were the best person ever, there would be still people who would find something to not like about you. And as life goes on, you will learn to realize by setting boundaries, your relationships will deepen. Those shallow relationships that you have right now, those people will disappear. And those real relationships with people who care about you and want you to thrive will deepen. And more people like this will start coming into your life. I want you to remember that boundaries are not any walls that you put up to prevent someone from coming into your life. Boundaries Boundaries are like bridges to healthier connections and healthier relationships in life. They are the first and most important step to knowing if someone actually likes you and cares about you. Before you set any boundaries, you have to understand them and understand yourself, what you actually want in life and what you expect from relationships. Many people struggle with setting healthy boundaries. Let me help you with this. The first step is identifying your own values. What matters to you the most in life? When it comes to relationships, there are different types of people, and this is very important because if you find a romantic partner who will not respect your boundaries, just the fact that you need time alone, and they'll try to control you, manipulate you, and gaslight you, and accuse you of things that you have never done or that you don't do, then you know that that person is not right for you and they are not worthy of being in your life. Write out all these values that you have. For example, honesty, emotional safety. If someone cheats on you or lies to you, for me, that's something I could never forgive. If you're not honest with me, you're out. If you don't know your own values, other people will define them for you. So take the initiative and define them first. Step 2 is to recognize your limits. What drains you? This might be different for everyone else, but for me, it's people who drain your energy, loud environments, and really overcrowded spaces. For you, it might be constant texting, someone who just doesn't listen or doesn't give back the same energy you put into them. Set your limits clearly and communicate when they have been overstepped. And the last step is to define what brings you joy in life. Setting boundaries is not about just saying no. It's about welcoming things that bring you joy and make you happy. I want you to think about something that you have been tolerating and it doesn't really serve you anymore. It can be someone's habit, someone's actions, or the way someone spoke to you or about you. I highly recommend journaling about these things so you can become more clear on your thoughts. Now, let's talk about how you can really set boundaries with no fear. The key step to everything in relationships is communication. You can start by trying to communicate your boundaries kindly and softly. You can say, that doesn't really work for me right now. I don't really have time for that right now. You don't need to sound harsh. Remember, you don't have to over-explain yourself to anyone. Just the fact that you do not want to do something is already enough of a reason to not do it. People who don't want to understand won't understand anyway, so don't even try with them. Don't waste your energy on them. Expect some people to not understand, especially when you are trying to break out of the old version of you. Some people even get triggered when they see you doing better than you were. These people are used to the old version of you and they will get for sure uncomfortable when they see you trying to change. And that's okay because discomfort is part of growth. Remember, you are not responsible for their reaction. You are not responsible for what emotions someone feels over your boundaries. Unless you start being super rude to someone, they should understand. And if they don't, there is no space for these people in your life. Now, let me give you some examples of healthy boundaries that you might relate to. For example, someone wants to go out with you and invites you to a party, but you have already set your mind on spending the night by yourself, doing skincare or self-care or just being lazy in bed. Fear of missing out is going to kick in your system, and now you are going to feel like, I don't really want to decline this person because what if they get mad and never invite me anywhere? You have to realize if you have already set your mind on not going because you don't want to, just say no. I'm sorry, I'm not really in the mood going out. Have fun though. If someone brings up a topic you don't really feel like talking about, don't try to wave your way out of the conversation. Just say, I don't want to talk about it. Or you can say, this topic triggers me. You have to have clear boundaries, otherwise people will try to use it against you. Also, digital boundaries are super important. If you're constantly on your phone, just doom scrolling, you won't feel good. Maybe there is a person who's texting you and they're making you really anxious. Just turn off notifications off for them. When you start setting and holding your own boundaries, you will feel so much happier and so much more fulfilled in your own life. You will stop feeling like you are abandoning yourself to keep peace with someone or keep someone else comfortable. And you will attract the right kind of people and not people who just want to use you and drain you. What I highly recommend to tell yourself every day, it's not my job to keep other people happy. If you're afraid to set boundaries, don't worry, you can start small, but I beg you to start because there are people who cross your boundaries every single day and who don't appreciate you and just want to use you. Those people actually thrive off you not having any boundaries because they can set them for you. The people who truly love and care about you will adjust and understand and respect your own boundaries. But those people who won't and will get mad were never meant to be in your life. If no one has told you this today, let me be the first person. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to protect your own energy. You are not on this planet to be for everyone. There are so many people on this planet. You would go crazy if everyone loved you and adored you. You are on this planet to be yourself, fully and without any fear. I really hope that this message resonated with you, and if it did, I would be so happy if you could like this video, write a comment below your experience with boundary setting, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more positive, motivating content. I hope to see you in the next video as well. Bye!